Washle is here from Cloverfield's Farm and Kitchen. She's going to share with us some international ways to celebrate Easter and Passover and some real clever ideas for your table for Easter and the family coming over. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
We're going to start off by making what is called Moses in a basket.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is a Passover treat. And with Passover, leavened items are forbidden. You have to use matzah. So this is a confection that can be made, and Moses, when he was a baby, he was in a date palm basket, and his sister took him down to the Nile, and he drifted away and ended up in some rushes, and the Pharaoh's daughter or the king's daughter found him, and he got to live a royal life, but he went back to his people and helped them escape, you know, their oppressors. So it's a wonderful story, and this is you know, when Moses was a baby, so you take a date, a fresh medjool date, and this is in the Sephardic tradition, and you just remove the seed, and then you pinch it and make a little basket for him to glide down the Nile in. And then I made some homemade marzipan out of almond paste, confectioner's sugar, a little bit of rose water, and vanilla. And you make a little body, and kind of it's pear-shaped, and then a little head. And while you're working on that, I can walk us around the world with some other delicious Easter treats.
And so I'm going to just roll this in a little bit of
pistachios. And the pistachios symbolize the swaddling clothes. And what I did was I put a little bit in my hand and just kind of really, you know, really mashed it in there.
I put the little body in, and then I'm just going to make a little head for Moses.
Yes, and you can use coriander seeds or cloves, but don't use sesame or poppy because that's actually on the forbidden list. That's not kosher during the season.
Look, there we have little Moses in his basket, ready to float down the Nile. That's clever.
And what I am fascinated with Jewish culinary traditions, food traditions, as they surround their celebrations and so forth. And this one, it is suggested that you actually stand up and have the children make these standing up, kind of in preparedness to show them how, you know, everybody had to like be ready to move out. So it's really interesting.
Now talk about some of the other things that you brought and what the tradition is with them.
Well, I was asked what tradition this followed, and I said Janine's tradition, you have to have brownies. So
I like it.
These are white chocolate almond brownies, and this is a really good way to use leftover sprinkles from Christmas and Valentine's Day. So they're loaded with sprinkles, and they're just buttery rich brownies with the white chocolate in them. This is in the Greek tradition, and a little later we're going to talk about a Greek Easter, and this is called Tsoureki, and it's 3 braids, and the 3 braids are symbolic of the death, burial, and resurrection, and the egg,
red egg
is a splash of Christ's blood that symbolizes his blood. And this is a Russian tradition in the Russian Orthodox tradition, and this is called Kulich, and Kulich always has Paskha cheese, and that's basically a crustless cheesecake, and it's flavored with vanilla and with orange. And these molds, I mean, who of us has molds that are this tall? This one, I just used a straight-sided saucepan that I had. And this one, my husband had a piece of steel in his workshop, and I just washed it, lined it with parchment paper, and used that. And it worked just fine. And this is a German tradition. Germans at Easter are obsessed with bunnies, and so these are bunny buns. If you look closely, they look like the back end of a bunny.
Oh, I get it. That's cute. Bunny buns.
Yeah,
literally.
Usually I make ears or like a little bunny shape, but I thought we're making bunny buns this time. This one totally threw me off. These are British hot cross buns. I've made these for years for my Catholic friends, and found out this weekend this has nothing to do with Catholicism. This is as pagan as it gets. The cross is to keep evil spirits out of the kitchen, to keep the yeast from not rising, keep those evil spirits out that, you know, might affect it.
Now let's do this one real quickly. We're almost out of time, but I want to show you this. It almost looks like a leopard from the top. This is a Japanese tradition where you've decorated this jelly roll, I guess.
It's a jelly roll, yes.
Except this is, if you really look at it, a bunny's face. Now watch what she does with it.
So this is like the tradition that brought us Hello Kitty, the kawaii pop art, and you take it and you sit the little bunny up this way, and then you decorate the top. So it's not about frosting it like we would frost.
So everybody can see. And then you put the ears in.
And then you put the little ears in, and these are just phyllo dough ears, little bunny ears.
That's cute.
Then you've got a bunny.
There you go. All right, Janine shares all of her ideas with us, and we're going to share them with you. All you have to do is go to WDRB.com, go to our morning page, and we have a link there where you email Janine. She'll email you back an entire brochure of recipes and ideas for your Easter or Passover celebration. And in just a little while, we're going to do, as she mentioned, a Greek Easter. So we're going to show you some traditions for that as well. Thank you, Janine.
You're welcome.